Hi, it's me. You can call me Uncle Chunky. And this is a program where we do things with nieces and nephews. We hope you enjoy following us as we tell you about special stuff on Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour.
Well, you can always trust what you hear from an unk. We've got your best interests and we'll fill you with spunk. You know what to do when you see your aunt. You'll think that you maybe just can't, but you can, 'cause you got the love from your fam. They're here to help you out and lend you a hand. They won't let you down, they won't make you frown. You won't feel bad, you will just sound like an uncle.
Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Alright, we're gonna break it down. Uncles.
Hour.
Uncles. They're so cool.
Hour.
I'm an uncle.
I'm an uncle too.
I'm an uncle.
Yeah!
Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety Hour. Uncle's Variety
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to an episode of Uncle's Variety Hour.
Hi.
I'm your Uncle B.
And I am Uncle Chunky.
We're here for all you little boys and girls so you can learn about, the things you need to know as a niece, things you need to know as a nephew, things that you want your uncles to tell you and maybe they just can't, and, the things that maybe you never thought that your uncle would be able to tell you, but now that we're saying it to you, you'll be able to know what it is, because uncles.
As uncles, we love our nieces and nephews.
Right.
We just want to squeeze them with the biggest uncle hugs you can imagine. And, Uncle B, you know the most important rule of being an uncle.
Well, that's right. The first important rule of being an uncle is that there's no uncle hug too hard.
Nope, none is too hard.
So if you're an uncle out there listening to this program, you see your niece or nephew and you're worried, oh, what if I hug them too hard? That can't happen.
Nope, it cannot. And on this program, maybe we'll find some nieces and nephews and give them great big hugs.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Why don't we take a look around at where we are? We seem to be in some sort of radio station.
Yes, it looks like there are microphones.
Yeah.
It looks like there are buttons.
Yeah.
It also looks like there are benches and chairs.
It also looks like that outside the window of this recording studio, there's two people that seem a little peeved that we're in here. I don't know.
Yeah. Are they nieces or nephews?
I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe we can call. Hey, it's okay. You can come in. Are
Uncle
you
B, should I give that one a hug?
I think you should.
Oh, okay.
Make it
Hello,
extra
little nephew.
hi.
Hi.
No, I'm not a nephew. I think you have some sort of misunderstanding with the way this is working. I'm 2 Radio Jones.
Hi. say, are you a nephew?
No, I'm a radio host. I'm a commentator of the wonderful sport of football, and this is WMC Didgeridoo. You're in our studio.
Achoo! Excuse me,
Well,
nephew.
Bless you. No, I'm not a nephew.
Are you saying you have no uncles or aunts?
I mean, I guess yeah, no, I have an uncle, but
that makes you his nephew.
I mean, I guess so. I guess I'm confused. We let you out of that washing machine.
What washing machine?
You must remember the events of last week when we went around. We had your skulls above us in the studio, hanging from the ceiling, and we found a magical washing machine from the JCPenney Sports Bar. We put your skulls in them at the advice of some of the special characters that we ran into, such as Football Johnson and Jim Jeans, and then you came out of the washing machine as you are now.
How could that be? We've just been doing our program as usual. You see, Uncle B is here with me, and we have our whole studio audience, and last I checked, we were at the Uncle's convention. There's some stuff I don't remember, but I remember being at the Uncle's convention.
You know, Uncle Chunky, I'm actually wondering, where is our studio audience? They don't seem like they're anywhere around.
Oh, they're in that washing machine.
Oh my God, we better let them out.
Oh, okay, let's open that door.
Come on out, studio audience.
Oh, it's a great day. Oh, it's a very warm, bright, and happy day. I love being here.
Oh, I was so worried that I wasn't going to see you.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I really am horny. Oh, man.
Well,
it does appear that we are we're in this studio. It doesn't quite look like the Dinklebinge studio. Hey, wait a minute. Who are you? Oh, I am a professor. I am a member of the University of Dinklebinge. I am an Englishman. Why do you sound like me? Well, I don't know. I think we could go into a history of pedagogical genetics, but I don't want to necessarily do that right now. That requires a lot of rigor and study. Well, I don't understand. You sound exactly like me. It's almost like you are a clone. And who do you happen to be? I am DJness. I am one of the two hosts of Football is a Sport on WMUC. And you are an Englishman? Yes, I'm an Englishman. I could be English. I don't know my nationality, actually. I just learned my age recently. I am about 20 years old. Oh, well, for a 20-year-old, you certainly have a deep voice. I am very aged. I'm finely aged like wine at one of Dinklebinge's many vineyards. We were experts in the art of growing grapes and eating them. Oh, wow, that's excellent. Oh, my goodness. Yes, oh, my goodness is correct.
DJness, I think it's probably best off if you don't, interact with these guys. They did just climb out of a washing machine.
That is true. I don't know if I've ever talked to someone who's emerged from a washing machine before.
It is sort of confusing because we only had the two skulls, and now it seems like there's 3 or 4 people. Oh, wait, there's just a tree in here.
Oh! Where did I get here?
That tree is talking.
Why was I in this washing machine? I clearly couldn't fit. I'm a tree. Some things don't make sense.
Well, we had to bring you with us because you're part of our studio audience. You're legally obligated to follow us around no matter where we go, even if it breaks some of the laws of logic, reason, or physics.
I'm used to make paper.
I know you are.
Hey, this is kind of cool that we're here, isn't it? Do you think we'll do any chanting anytime soon?
Oh, I think we can manage some chanting, Continuous Grunt. What do you think? What'd you say, 2 Radio Jones? Do you think we can have a chant? Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. We're not really much of a chanting program here. We're more of a, learning and exploration kind of thing. Oh, well, we like learning and we like exploring things too, but I really feel like that the best way to send a message across to the nice boys and girls is by chanting it in a easy-to-remember mnemonic. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think I'd rather just, say prayers and poems and give advice. No, come on, you got to chant. Here, Uncle Chunky, what do you think? We should chant, right?
We should chant.
We should
chant. We should chant.
We should chant.
We should chant. Oh, great
We
day, we should
should
chant.
We should
chant. We should chant.
No, continuous current, we stopped.
Well, sorry about that.
That's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine.
So let me get this straight. You, uncles, have this entire cast of characters
That's
with
right.
you. You are the studio audience for your uncle's program.
Yeah, Uncle's
That
Variety
was,
Hour.
You aired on the Space Channel
That's right.
prior to the Earth being destroyed.
No. It was after the world was destroyed. We ran around and found all the nieces and nephews that were left on the remnants of it.
Yeah. What do you mean? After the Earth was destroyed? Are you saying the Earth was destroyed 3 times?
I don't know.
Or 2 times? Wait,
I
hold
thought
on.
it was just the one time.
Wait, there's our chronology. So, I don't know if you know this, but apparently the Earth has been rebuilt. Not what you had your program. The
Yeah,
Earth was
on the
destroyed.
desecrated remains of the Earth.
Well, that desecrated remains got destroyed again
Oh.
because that is what tends to happen to communities that are desecrated. And then eventually it got rebuilt, and then we showed up.
Wait a minute. Uncle Chunky, I think it's coming back to me. Do you remember the end of the Uncles Convention when Mr. Manatee and Orbit Sr. showed up?
Oh, I do, and I had us all stand in a circle in prayer.
That's right. We prayed and we hoped that the world would be fine, but I don't think the world was fine, Uncle Chunky.
No, I don't think so either. I honestly don't remember. One of the last things I remember was the fine tastes of Chef Silverado, who was an uncle, with his great catering at the Uncles Convention. Boy, I really wish we could hold another one of those conventions. I thought it went off without a hitch.
Oh, I thought so too. I thought we were able to get a lot of nephews out to the uncles, nieces and nephews out to the uncles who needed them.
Aside from us apparently being, destroyed or blown up, I don't know. Why are we here then? Well, that is a question that we are trying to figure out. What do you mean? We've been trying to figure that out at Dinklebinge for millennia now, thinking about why we are here, why we have been put on a planet. I don't know which planet it is, a destroyed planet, a non-destroyed planet. Excuse me, it is a great day, but it is also greatly confusing when the two of you talk at the same time. I'm not sure if I am listening to the British man or the anus man. Well, you're going to have to deal with it. Who said that?
Intellectual British man, I really do think it would be easier. Since DJ Anus is a more important person around here, since it's our program, and
I don't know. I have tenure. Do you have tenure? No, I host a radio program. Well, that settles that. Have you been published? I haven't. I'm a football expert, but you haven't been published in the finest academic journals. Well, I've been published in Football Weekly. What's Football Weekly? Is that something that you read in the trash? Don't talk about trash like that. Crackers get thrown in the trash.
Tell you what, intellectual British man, we don't need you to leave, but maybe if you could just say something to preface before you start talking so that we know it's you and not DJ Anus. Maybe if you say, pip pip, something along those lines.
I can do that. How about...
Every time you start, just...
How about I say, well, according to my research at the University of Dinklebinge...
Okay, great. Don't start talking without saying that.
All right,
first.
I will say that, so you will know the difference between myself and this host who has never been published and doesn't have tenure, plebe.
I mean, maybe he hasn't been published, but DJ Anus is a pretty important person. Football as a sport is a pretty well-recognized program. A lot of people look to us for advice and opinions about football and sports and just
I would say so. Songman Kim of WMUC Dodgeball has granted us the title of Best New Show several times.
Yeah.
We're not even new anymore.
That's right. We're close personal friends of President of Football, the president of football.
Yes, and we are very involved with football and with this universe that we occupy. And you may be coming from a different universe per se, but I think we can learn to get along. You two, we were very fascinated by you uncles. You've done a program so long ago, and we, in some ways, are still learning. In fact, we have this book here called How to Radio with Spirit, and we have used that to teach us everything we know about football and radio, as well as Amazon.com. That has been one of our best sponsors this season, and also a great friend and lover.
Yeah, it's definitely true. Amazon.com listeners out there, Amazon.com is, of course, one of our sponsors for Football as a Sport now. If you're looking for anything on the web, even if you don't know that you need it, go to Amazon.com, use their zero-click shipping, and it'll automatically know what you want to buy and send it to your front door.
0 click! That sounds great! I'm a tree! I don't have hands!
That's right. Amazon.com is trying to support those out there that maybe are incapable of clicking or unwilling to click. It's there for you. You don't have to click. Get your stuff. Get out. Amazon.com. Great company.
Excellent. Jones, I'm still a little confused. How did these uncles get here? I don't understand how, we opened up this washing machine. Brunch and Orbit Jr., they've just been over there quietly, I guess in a little bit of shock.
I've been here the whole time.
Yeah, me too. Orbit and Brunch, how did you know that we should open up that washing machine?
Oh, I don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do. It seemed like if we just put some skulls in the washing machine, and that was the kind of thing that Jim Jeans was talking about.
Yeah, and I guess I'm honestly, worried about what happened to Orbit Senior. I don't want to do anything we can to get him back, and if that required putting these skulls in a washing machine, then that's what we got to do.
Orbit Senior? What do you mean, Orbit Senior?
Oh, Orbit Senior. He's the person that I used to be attached to back in the days when I was a penis.
Who are you then?
I'm Orbit Junior.
Orbit Junior? Well, did you know that Orbit Senior tried to blow us up?
Oh yeah, I was there when that happened. Of course, I was tucked safely away inside his trousers, but I was there. I heard it happen.
Yeah, you got the full package that time.
That's right. Orbit Senior, he went through a whole lot of stuff. He used to be, pretty indebted to Space Channel, pretty loyal to Mr. Manatee, but he's really changed a lot. And now he's been kidnapped by Mr. Manatee, and I gotta say, I'm real worried about him, and I hope that we can use your help, uncles, to get him back.
How can we believe you? Orbit Senior tried to destroy all the nieces and nephews and disrupt the fabric of our existence. And based on the fact that we're here now, maybe he did.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, the Earth that you were on, back when it was the Earth that the uncles were on, and all the nieces and nephews, that Earth, it did get destroyed. Got destroyed by the Space Channel. It's no more. It's kaput, kablooey, it's gone. But there's a new Earth now, and the new Earth is pretty cool. And Orbit Senior has really, he's really gone through a lot since then. He's really changed. He's really progressed as a person, as a character, and I feel like he sees the error of his ways. And I really think Mr. Manatee, he's the brains behind the whole operation. I think he's the one that we need to be worried about, and not Orbit Senior.
So you know Mr. Manatee, too?
Yeah. I mean, I can't say that I'm real fond of the guy, but I've certainly met him. I've certainly seen him float around in his weird little bathtub.
Yes, we actually know Mr. Manatee, too. For our program, which I guess happens in the future, compared to when your program...
Well, it's the present,
happened.
right?
The present, but relative to the uncles, it's the future. The past, yes, the past. We also have dealt with Mr. Manatee. He was, I guess, after he left the Space Channel, he formed a company called Gold Emblem that made some of the finest unfiltered honey we have ever tasted, using various methods such as the squeeze and lick.
And the grab and pull.
But apparently he was up to no good, and after our sponsorship with Gold Emblem ended, we made a significant boo-boo by saying Gold Emblem on the air.
Big old boo-boo.
We upset him and spent several episodes of Football as a Sport trying not to get destroyed by him. And ultimately, we had a confrontation, and he disappeared.
So, if I understand what you're saying, right? If I've heard what you said, it sounds like all three of us groups at different times have upset Mr. Manatee for various reasons. Either for, making a boo-boo regarding Gold Emblem, or for just being on the Earth, or for me and Brunch, was sort of trying to take over the moon, take it away from him. But it sounds like all of us, all the six of us here in, 3 separate groups of 2, we all pissed him off in different ways.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, that we all have some common ground, despite our differences.
Yeah.
According to my research at the University of Dinklebinge,
Yeah, go ahead.
manatees normally swim because they are water-bound creatures. The first manatee appeared in about 1462. We don't quite know why, but it evolved from the species womanatee. They took a bone of the womanatee and they created a manatee. That was about 1462. I'm sorry if I got my dates confused. In 1463, the first Manatee Appreciation Day was held. It was in the town square right near Dinklebinge, because Dinklebinge was one of the foremost institutions of knowledge at the time. And the town square festival had lots of popcorn and cured meats. 1463 was an excellent year for the manatee, but also a challenging one in the community at Dinklebinge. Got very enthusiastic about manatees, but did not know what to do with all of that enthusiasm. So they began killing manatees. 1464, there was the big Stop Killing the Manatee movement. 1465, they started eating manatees. And 1466 was when these mutant manatees started forming and terrorizing the Dinklebinge community, leading to the formation of the Avengers.
So, I'm sorry if maybe this is a rude question, but does that really have anything to do with us now?
Well, you may think I'm just babbling on, listing things that happened during years. But, according to my research at the University of Dinklebinge, some manatees have the ability to be highly evolved, highly intelligent, highly dangerous, and also good at business.
Yeah, that's right. I heard that Mr. Manatee, all the other manatees that he's related to, all they do is just swim around in circles in the water all day. But Mr. Manatee, he went to business school, and he's a little bit better than the rest of the manatees.
According to my research at the University of Dinklebinge, that sounds correct.
So wait, how can we use this against him? How are we going to stop Mr. Manatee if all we know about him is that he's better than other manatees?
I don't know. I wonder if that's why we're all together. I wonder if the spirit of uncles brought us together. If you guys are some nieces or nephews, or maybe you're uncles yourselves. Janus and Jones, do you have any nieces or nephews?
I personally don't. I have a heck of a lot of brothers, but none of us have ever had kids. As I expressed last week, I've been married a couple times, but no progeny, no children, either from myself or from any of my brothers.
Me neither. I don't have any as well. I don't have a very strong romantic life, and therefore have not propagated my seed.
Well, you guys should really find some honorary nieces and nephews then. I think you'd really enjoy giving them a great big uncle squeeze.
An uncle squeeze. Well, I mean, we could bring some of the crew guys in here and see if any of them are looking for a good old squeeze.
You have a crew?
Yeah, we have a crew. Here, Brad, why don't you come on in here? Oh, hey, how's it going? I'm here. It's me.
Hi, I'm here too.
Yeah, it's me. I brought Nabanale with me because I thought that, he just really rounds out the whole crew.
And Bobby and Tommy as well.
Hi, I'm Bobby Cat. I'm Tommy Cat. Well, what are you guys looking for in here?
Well, your co-hosts of your football program apparently need some nephews. They want to know what it's like to be an honorary uncle.
Oh, well, I got to tell you, DJ Hennison Jones, it would be my honor, more than anything I've ever done, except for, taking over for Crewman, and God rest his soul, may he ever forever live in peace and harmony up in the sky. It would be my honor, my second most honor, to be an honorary niece or nephew to one of you. And I suppose it would be a nephew, because I am of the male persuasion.
Me too. I'm a Nell, so I go both ways.
Ha,
Or
I'm Bobby
outside
Cat.
of the binary.
Yep, Nappy Nail doesn't like restricting him to himself to normal gender stereotypes.
Well, that seems excellent. Yes, I do think I would enjoy having you as nephews. We could be uncles together.
Yeah, I guess we can be joint uncles.
That would be
for the two of them.
excellent. According to my research at the University of Dinklebinge, one of the best things about being a nephew, technically and financially speaking, is that being a nephew with an uncle, uncles love their nephews, as I have learned being a studio audience member on this program, and perhaps in the future, if that uncle was to pass away due to old age or other factors, he would write the nephew or niece into his inheritance. So think about it. Brad, your name is, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So think, if you were an honorary niece or nephew and you were written into the will of, DeJanus and Jones, someday everything that they have could all be yours.
Oh God, I'm sorry. There's just someone who's very close to me who used to say just something, just like that. Oh, hang on, almost. All right, I'm all better.
Now, uncles, this is what you need to do when you have a nephew who appears sad or not sad. I want you to go up to Crew and the Nail and give them...
No, I'm not Crew. Oh, God,
I'm
Crew.
sorry.
Oh, Crew.
Crew. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, hang
Brad.
on. All right, almost. All right, all better.
I want you to go up to them and give them your biggest uncle squeeze.
Remember, according to the first rule of being an uncle, it's impossible for that uncle squeeze to be too hard.
All right, I guess we should go in then.
Yeah, all right, let's get at this.
All right, on the count of 3, we are going to give the biggest uncle squeeze of our lives.
Come on over here, Brad.
All right. 1, 2, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a fish, 2 and a don't tell, 2 and a secret, 2 and a that secret is I'm going to give you a gigantic uncle squeeze. 3.
Squeeze. Oh my God.
Keep squeezing.
Squeeze.
Squeeze. Squeeze. Squeeze. Almost there. Almost there. Oh, better.
I'm Bobby Cat. Oh my God. Oh, uncles. Oh, just having uncles now. I have an uncle back at home, but he never really took the time to give me a proper uncle squeeze. Oh my God, this is second happiest day of my life. First happiest day was the day I met Crew.
Well, Brad, we are happy to be your mentors, your confidants, your uncles, your friends when you are in need, your angels, your darling angels.
The wind beneath your wings.
Yes.
I'm a tree. No one loves me except conservationists.
Shut up, tree.
I can have free speech. I'm a tree. I have tree speech.
Shut up, tree.
We're sorry if Tree is offending you. He just has a lot of opinions. You see, he wasn't always a tree. But we have a friend, Uncle Bunkley, who was a member of the Magic Uncles, and he turned him into a tree because he was annoyed.
Yep, and we've been a little annoyed at him from time to time since then. We try to get him kicked off the program, but he's got a contract, and there's nothing we can do about it.
It's true.
I actually voluntarily left. Even though the cast loved me, I was one of the best studio audience members on Uncle's Variety Hour, but I actually decided to come back because I love this program so much.
Yeah, we lost you to the Sand Monster for a little bit there.
Sand Monster? Sounds like this Earth that you inhabited was quite strange.
I don't think it was that strange. It was just, the wreckage of what once was a prosperous civilization. And, when the civilization as it was ended, I think a little bit of magic got just sort of released into the general atmosphere, the general environment, and it just made everything, a little bit more exciting.
I would say so, because that's how we were able to use magic to build the Space Channel back up, especially when Mr. Manatee left. We had these special stones that we could construct things with, and magic really, I think we wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for magic.
I gotta tell you, you newcomers here, I get that magic maybe helped you out, and magic, I guess, is really what brought you uncles back to us through this washing machine here. And I've been learning some things about myself. I've been learning that perhaps there's some magic in me, but I gotta say, I don't trust it.
Well, I think you should. I know I was telling you this before, Jones, that you have the magic in you. But I think it'll take some experience and some time to learn the cool things magic can do. Haven't you ever wanted to construct your own roller coaster on a whim, but you didn't have the manpower nor the financial planning budget to do so?
Haven't you ever wanted to just create a radio station out of thin air? Just have it, be there, and you can just, use it for radio station stuff?
Haven't you ever wanted to relive memories with your Uncle Porkbelly?
Haven't you ever wanted to just, fly around in a bus through the sky, just using magic to fly around?
According to my research at the University of Dinklebinge, haven't you ever wanted to smoke crack with the homies? Sorry, I figured because this was the future, I wanted to perfect the lingo of the young people. At Dinklebinge, we've been studying what young people might be saying in the future, and that was on the list.
I mean, I'm looking around and I'm hearing all these great things that maybe magic can do for us, but those are all things I feel like that can be done without magic. Smoking crack with the homies aside, like a roller coaster that can be built by people, good, hard-working people who, at the end of the day, once they're done working, they can just come home and watch some football on the television. Or, maybe you can't fly around in a bus, but you can just drive around in a bus. That's just as good as flying. Why does a bus need to fly? It can just drive.
Well, there is that Magic Football League, and I think that they're pretty cool, They don't seem to be enjoyed or, appreciated by the football community like you guys at Football the Sport. But, I think they're kind of cool. Sometimes football games are a little boring, but Magic football games...
Whoa!
They're fun to watch. You see stuff flying everywhere. You see things shooting out of the sky into the ground. People in the stands are getting breakfast sausages that suddenly grow wings and start talking. Like, I don't want to offend anybody involved with, kind of forming the rules of how football should be. But I would say that having to go into the crowd to sign a petition to make things happen, it's a form of gridlock. We see it at the Space Channel when we have trouble passing the budget. It just seems slow and tiring. That doesn't happen with magic.
But it's part of the sport. It's something that's been entrenched in the sport ever since its creation. And just being able to throw that aside because, now I've got magic powers. Now if I want to turn the football into a giant duck and then ride it around, then I don't have to make up an inventive play of surrounding myself with a fake duck and putting myself in it and calling it the giant duck. I can just do that without having to put any of the work into it. It's not right.
When I used to hang out with my Uncle Porkbelly, sometimes we would throw a football. And you know what? Uncle Porkbelly was very large. He was something you'd call a member of a feeder-feedy domination relationship. He was fed by his aunt for sexual pleasure, and he was fed to a point where he was immobile and couldn't really move on his own. But so how was I to have a catch with him? Just a nephew-uncle good old catch. Magic was the answer. We just used a little bit of magic in our hearts, and suddenly my sexually immobile Uncle Porkbelly was moving. He was jiggling and wiggling, but also throwing and blowing.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, Jones, I wouldn't even be here at all if it weren't for magic. You know, I was, once upon a time, back in the day, I was just a regular old penis until Orbit Senior. He was just Orbit at the time, you know, not Senior, not anything really, just Orbit, just like a 14-year-old kid. He dipped his penis into a pool of magical water. Came out, and I looked up at him and said, hi. And he said, oh, that's my penis talking to me. And I said, hey, yep, it's just me. It's just your penis. And he's like, oh, my God, what am I going to do? My mom's going to kill me. And I said, nope, you don't have to tell her. Just between you and me. And it was just between me and him until he met his wife. And then it was between the three of us.
Think about it, footballers. You may be cynical about magic, but then how in the hooey did we just get that great story from that talking worm?
No, not a worm.
Then what are you? You're a worm. I'll just call you Jim. You're Worm Jim. Hi, Worm Jim. I'm Uncle Chunky.
Hi there, Uncle Chunky. It's me, Orbit Jr.
Orbit Jr., I'm sorry. I got a little carried away.
That's fine. No, I understand. You know, especially, when you see the wonderful things that magic can bring to a person, bring to the world, bring to a penis. It's easy to get carried away and lost in the translation of things.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I am getting convinced. Maybe there is something to this magic. You know, my opinion of football has always been it is inconclusive regarding its sportitude. I usually would like to say it's a sport. And maybe my opinion about magic should also be inconclusive. Maybe there are things that we can learn from our magical new friends.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a lot to take in all at once. You know, there was a time when we just talked about football, and we didn't have to worry about all this stuff. And then Mr. Manatee and that whole thing happened. And, of course, Jim Jeans and little Jimmy, they came upon us. Why can't we just be able to just watch and enjoy the sport for what it is?
That's all that I would like to do. But in addition, I would like to be able to sit on the party with my juices and my crackers.
And also, Jones, we can't really we don't have time to just enjoy things right now if we're worried about Mr. Manatee. You know, maybe there'll be a time that you'll be able to go back and just have football for what it is, but, Mr. Manatee is a threat to all of us.
As a tree, I don't enjoy anything. I just sit back as systematic deforestation destroys my family members one by one. I'm sorry to hear that, Tree. I just wanted to make that known. I've become a little bit of an activist lately, and I just want to spread the word. I know you're talking about football and magic and things, but remember that you can use your magic for good. Whether it be to find that manatee that destroyed Earth twice, or to help save my family, who apparently all got turned into trees magically.
Yeah, okay. I see the benefits. I see, like I said, I see that you're talking around all these great stuff that magic can do. I don't know. I always just imagined that I could solve my problems myself and I wouldn't need to rely on something like that.
Well, from what it seems, there will be problems that we can solve on our own. But maybe we need to think about magic and think about things that are beyond us, We have an excellent life at our studio at WMUC, and doing this program that I absolutely love doing, and just spending all day thinking about football, how it is love, how it is life, how it is everything. But we are just two co-hosts, and there is a great big world around us, and apparently, as we've learned in the past several hours, there are other worlds as well that came before us. And what will come after us? Well, according to my research at the University of Dinklebinge, it is not quite known what will come after us, but we are avidly studying that, and part of my tenure is making false speculations as to what will happen. One of those false speculations was that eventually we will all live on a planet inhabited by puppies.
Oh, puppies.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
How
cute.
do we make that come true?
Well, according to my research, I was lying. But don't tell the Academy that. They will fire me, and I don't want to lose my tenure.
Okay, I mean, all right.
Well, okay, that was good to know, English Dinkle professor. According to my research, thank you. But what do you guys think? Should we all be working together, perhaps, to think about how we can find Mr. Manatee and make our worlds a better place?
I think we should. I think whatever, we have to pull out of our butts, whatever we have to use, but we got to make sure that all our nieces and nephews are safe. We can't let Mr. Manatee stay out there and threaten the world again. He's blown it up twice. What's to stop him from doing it a third time?
Yeah, I don't want Mr. Manatee trying to destroy all the nieces and nephews like he did last time. 'Cause if that was the case, I would just have to squeeze myself.
Yeah, and I'm pretty worried about Orbit Sr. because he's out there with Mr. Manatee right now. And if we don't rescue him, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can, even though I'm separated from Orbit Sr. now, I'm not sure if I'll still be alive if Orbit Sr. stops being alive. I don't really know all the logistics of how being a magic talking penis works because I've never met another one in my life.
Yeah, I don't really know the lifespan of a talking worm either.
Oh, geez, I never even thought of that. What if I'm not long for this world? And what if I'm going to die soon? Ugh. Oh, man. My mortality is flashing before my eyes.
You'll just shrivel up.
Seeing all the times that I had sex with Orbit Sr.'s wife via being his penis.
Yeah. And some of those times she pooped the floor. What if you got poop particles in your
What if
mouth?
I got poop? What if the last thing I remember when I'm about to die is, I got pooped on. And that's all I see when my life flashes before my eyes. And then I die. And then I'm just out in the cosmos, just talking penis with poop on the brain.
If that was an episode of Alien Sex Party, I think that would get the highest ratings ever.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Once we get Orbit Sr. back, we better talk to him about setting that up.
Yeah. Speaking of high ratings, it appears we have somebody at the door, somebody who helps make this sport or not sport or football, one of the highest rated things in existence. It looks like he's slowly approaching. He's coming, and it looks like he is a friend as well. We'd like you to meet someone special.
Long-time friend of the program.
Yes. He's coming. He's walking. He's walking over. Yes. Is that Seymour and the president?
Yeah. It's Seymour. I'm the president. Yeah, we're here.
Hello.
Thanks for having us on the show.
It's good to see both of you come to WMUC.
Oh yeah, we always love it here.
Well,
Great place.
It's really kind of you to take time out of your busy schedule to come on the program. We've, as you can see, we've accrued some new friends here.
I know, yeah. Look at this place. You really done a good job with it.
Yeah, it's really,
yeah.
really packed into the gills here. If the way you measure the success of a radio program is by the number of hosts it has, then we are number one.
Hi.
Hi.
According to my research, hello.
Hi.
I like to measure the success of failure of a radio program based upon the whites on the board.
You said the whites?
The whites, like how bright are the whites on the board?
Oh, like the lights. Like if they're blinking on and off, that means good. And if they're not,
I've seen lights before. I used to take lights and show them to my nieces and nephews. They'd say, "How bright are these lights?"
Oh, yeah. With these whites are pretty bright, so your station's good. It's good to be here.
So, how are things over the football headquarters? I heard a rumor that there's just a bubble of magical energy surrounding it. Can you speak to that at all?
Well, yeah, I think not too long ago, I want to say, couple shows ago, I talked about this mysterious incident I had in the bathroom eating a urinal cake. Remember that? Yeah.
Yes, I do remember.
I love cake.
I love bathrooms.
And I love urinals. We got all something in common. Look at that. I ate the urinal cake, and then I forgot where I was for a while, and then I realized that I'm sharing the presidency with this doofus to my right. Oh yeah, well, we're partners in crime.
And rumor has it you're sharing a bed as well.
Well, it's it gets pretty cold in the football headquarters. While nighttime. We don't have a proper heating, so we got to keep each other warm.
Yeah, I share the bed too. It's me, Doris. I'm here too.
Doris, it's a pleasure to see you. We didn't see you come in.
Oh, yeah, I was just standing here behind the president because I wanted to look at his butt.
Well, we like to have Doris sweep with a face in the opposite direction, so it's the president on the white side, then Doris in the middle, her face facing the opposite direction, and then me on the other side.
Yeah, it's a head-to-toe-to-head situation.
Oh, wow. You look like my Uncle Porkbelly, but you have an aunt's name.
Doris?
I'm Uncle Chunky.
Doris, I work for the president. He's the greatest man I've ever met.
Doris, show more manners. Come on. Tell where you from? Who are you?
Well,
Some things about yourself. Come on.
my name is Doris Big Ham.
Oh, Doris Bigham.
Yeah, I grew up in South Carolina.
Oh, I love South Carolina.
I like ham.
I love ham. My Uncle Porkbelly loved ham. He ate so much due to his sexual feeder-feedy relationship that at some point his body consisted of more ham than it did fluid.
Doris is special because she's got 6 fingers on both hands.
That's right. I also can sing the national anthem real good.
Can we hear?
Okay. Oh, football is great. I like to watch football. I'd watch it on TV, and it is so great. That was it. That was the anthem. Thank you.
That was amazing. I'm the co-host of a variety show where we look for people with special talents.
Oh, well, I guess that was a pretty special talent I had there.
I think you are very talented.
Doris can also juggle 7 balls.
That's right, but if you try to throw an 8th one at me, I lose control.
Working on that.
Yeah.
She takes juggling lessons on
Look
Tuesdays.
at on 8-ball.
Wow, Doris, you seem to have acquired many skills since we last met.
I like to continuously better myself so that I can better serve the president.
Well, I do think that your commitment to the president is very attractive, might I say.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
I really enjoy all of the folds and extra chins on you.
She also does a really good job at painting portraits of feet.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Clubs.
I have feet, too.
Would you like me to paint a portrait of them?
I love that.
All right, I'm just going to set up in the corner of the studio here. They'll probably be done by the end of the program.
That sounds great.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I kiss your tummy?
Yes. Oh, thank you. Okay.
So, President and Seymour, we were talking about the magic magic bubble around the football headquarters. Has that affected the Greek food at all?
Well, not that much. See, actually, it's made it better. So the great bubble of magic has attracted a lot of people to buying more Greek food, which helps out football in general. See, the Greek food fund goes directly into the uniform fund. So the more people that buy Greek food, the better mesh uniforms we can purchase for all the football players.
So what you're saying then is that you're pro magic?
I'm not saying I'm pro magic, but I'm pro profit.
I see. It's about the money. It's about business, perhaps.
It's all about stacking the fat cash stacks.
According to my research, that is something that I predicted the young people would say in the future. In addition to stacking the crack homies.
Oh yeah, I've heard them say that.
And I'm pleased that my prediction came true. It serves as proof that I was not plagiarizing and lying on all of the papers I've published since I received tenure.
Sometimes the kids, they won't say cash. They'll just say, they'll whistle instead. They'll go fat stacks of...
What do kids think about trees? Do they like us?
Trees are chopped down and used to make the stacks of cash, of the fat stacks of the...
Are you saying my ass is worth $1 million?
It can be. If inflation goes up.
For now, just $100K. Suck on that!
I hate to inform you, but because of your contract, any money that you might make off of your ass is actually property of Uncle's Variety Hour.
Well, I guess I will have to hold on to my assets until I am just a stump. A lifeless stump. Sitting somewhere in the Adirondacks. Chopped.
You don't want to liquidate your ass yet.
No, I don't. I just want to be a tree.
And be a tree you shall.
At some point, I'll diversify and branch out.
Can I make money off of being an uncle? Is there any money involved with being an uncle?
Oh, well, being an uncle is more about the happy feeling that you get when you take care of your niece or nephew. You certainly could make some money. There are positions. You know, there's the uncle board, there's the uncle tax firm, there's the uncle committee, there's the uncle broadcasting service, there's the uncle country club, there's the uncle boat show, there's the uncle rodeo, there's the uncle race car drivers. There's all kinds of things that you can make money off of being an uncle, but it shouldn't be about the money.
Us uncles have really expanded our brand in the past several millennia by producing quality, shareable content.
That's right.
What about my uncle's a mole? I have a mole underneath my a weft kneecap that says uncle in it.
You have a
an
mole?
Uncle Mole?
Orbit Jr.'s a worm. We have lots of pets in this room.
Wait, let me see your Uncle Mole.
Well, okay. Here.
Oh my God. You're a pure uncle. Did you know that?
No.
It's right next to your flesh pocket.
Well, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The legends say that once a generation, an uncle will come along with an uncle mole that signifies that they are the purest uncle of the generation.
Is that me?
That's you, Seymour.
Wow.
That means you must have nieces or nephews. Where are they?
Oh, well.
You lost your nieces and nephews?
Oh, I think I know the answer to this one. Remember when you were talking about the Dickies?
Wow, yeah.
Did you have an illegitimate niece or nephew with one of the Dickies while you were on the run with Petey?
Well, that was a president, not Seymour.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
Well, I did visit the Dickies from time to time. You get bored on Saturday. You gotta go down to the Dickieville. You gotta go down to the Dickieville, and you have a good time.
Yeah, I've heard them say that.
Uncle Porkbelly loved Cracker Barrel. He said that he would always see Dickies there.
Uncle Porkbelly also just loved barrels full of meat.
That's true, too.
Oh, I take baths in barrels for me.
You do? You know, Uncle Porkbelly had the Uncle Mole, too.
That's very true.
Wow.
If you're a pure uncle, I don't know what that means. Does it mean potentially that the spirit of uncles is still alive and well?
It must mean that. The
Even
spirit
in-
of uncles transferred through Uncle Porkbelly to Seymour Clumps here.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? The Uncle Mole? Does that make him, like, perhaps, dare I say, unfit for being president?
Well, I don't think anything like that is necessarily true, but the pure uncle has responsibilities to the rest of the uncle community.
There is a most important rule for being a pure uncle.
It's different from the normal uncle rule.
Yeah.
So unless you're the most talented of multitaskers, it's not possible to be a prominent figure in the uncle community and run the football world. Is that true?
Well, I guess it depends on what Seymour decides. If he wants to shun his responsibilities as an uncle and stay as co-president of football, well, then all the uncles might be pretty disappointed, but I guess all the football players that like him and want his leadership will be happy.
Wow, I'm worried about if I have illegitimate nieces and nephews. Should I find them?
Maybe. But just remember the most important rule of being a pure uncle. A pure uncle knows best.
That's right. Whatever you decide to do,
Thanks, guys.
that's best.
You think you're going to go find your nieces and nephews? Hunt down all of the Dickies?
I will if you guys think I should. I think I should, but do you guys think I should?
I'm personally curious because I wonder what some of your nieces and nephews have amounted to in the time since you created them. Maybe through some of the Dickies, you could find out if some of them were criminals. Maybe they became robbers. Maybe some of them were celebrities. Maybe they were like child stars. You could ask the Dickies if you had robbers or child stars.
But it's important to
Dickie
remember.
robbers, former child stars.
It's important to remember. Sorry, I didn't let you finish that. It's important to remember that even if your niece or nephew isn't anything exciting like a child star or a robber, then you should still love them just the same. Some nieces and nephews are just boring, and that's okay.
Oh, I prefer a child star.
Well, we can only hope.
Okay.
You should ask the Dickies if you have robbers or former child stars. You can say, Dickies, robbers, former child stars?
Okay, I will.
All right.
Well, maybe report back to us when you find your nieces and nephews. Maybe when we're finding Mr. Manatee, there's a way we could get all the nieces and nephews together. They'd be happy to help us, and I'm sure yours would too.
Oh, wow, that sounds like the plot of my favorite David Spade movie, Joe Do It.
Oh, I love dirt.
Well, we are going to need all the help that we can have to stop Mr. Manatee.
As a tree, I also appreciate dirt.
Yes. We will need all the help we can get to find Mr. Manatee. Perhaps, maybe we should take a short break soon, but afterwards, now that we have this large cast of characters who are all here, in this space with us, maybe we can come up with a plan to find Mr. Manatee and restore justice to our universe and to the Space Channel and to the uncles.
Yeah, I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can come up with something. There's certainly a large variety of talented and smart and interesting people in this room. So,
I'm gonna put my head in. Ow!
Well, all right. Some of the people in this room take things a little bit too literally, I get the sense, but that's fine. It's fine. We need all sorts.
Well, thank you again for stopping by, Seymour and President. We are very excited to hear about your nieces and nephews.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
And, I guess we'll take a short break right now. We will collect our bearings Don't talk about bears. They eat tree. Okay, we weren't being so literal. Why are all these Uncle's characters so literal?
I don't think bears even eat trees.
No, I don't think so either. Well, according to my research, back in 1464, the first bear ate a tree. Eventually, evolutionarily, they stopped eating trees because they realized they tasted like shit. What are you saying? You taste like shit.
You taste like shit.
Okay. Wait, either way, we should, take a break. Then when we get back, we will find Mr. Manatee.
Yeah.
We will let him know we mean business this time, and not the kind of business that allows for him to succeed.
We don't want any of his business. Listeners, thank you for listening. We're going to take a break, as DJ has just said. Please come on back in a couple minutes. This has been
Football is a
Uncle's
Uncle
Variety
Moon
News.
Hello, we're back.
Welcome back to Uncle's Variety Hour.
Hi. It's good to see you again.
I'm sorry, this is actually Football as a Sport. Welcome back to Football as a Sport.
Yes,
Glad
it's
to have
football
you
as
here.
a sport.
Uncle's Variety Hour.
We're uncles.
Actually, we're broadcasting Moon News at the same time, so it could be that there are 3 programs happening at once.
This is the WMUC Digiburst station. This is Football as a Sport. But Uncle's love is everywhere. This is Uncle's Variety Hour.
But this station is within the jurisdiction of the moon. This is also Moon News.
Yeah, we're definitely broadcasting Moon News. We're broadcasting Moon News whether you want it or not. It's happening. Moon News is always happening.
Yeah, you know what I say, Orbit Jr. If we are near the moon, then we gotta give the news of the moon.
Yeah, I've heard you say
soon.
that. Definitely heard you say that.
Well, it appears we're all together having our, simultaneous broadcasts of our programs. And I believe there's an orderly way we could do this. Yes. How about we each, say one thing at like a time about each of our programs, and we can go back and forth. So like first us, then the uncles, then the Moon News, and we can like try that to see if we can each do the programming for our respective audiences.
All right, yeah, I guess we can try to sort things out like that.
So like how about like we get 2 sentences per program, something like that. Let's see if it works. It could be chaos, but it could work.
All right, straight up.
So first up is football is a sport. Okay, we're going to say something.
So, football listeners, I know that you're pretty anxiously awaiting to see what's going to go on with the rest of the remainder of the football season.
And the football is cool.
I'm an uncle.
I'm an uncle, too.
So things are happening on the moon.
Yeah, we got a big water show coming up. We got some people coming in that train dolphins.
Have you heard about the recent game?
Oh, yeah, sports being scored points all over the field.
Achoo!
Bless you.
The moon is a planet.
No, it's not.
You're going to have to wait your turn until you can retort to that.
Football is happening right now.
Wow! We're in a radio station.
Okay, now I get to retort that the moon is not a planet. I'm sorry.
I just don't know how you could think that it was a planet.
It was very strange the way you needed to wait until we were done talking to make your finishing retort.
Touchdown sports.
And it's very interesting seeing all the special talents of you football and Moon News people.
I miss my nephew.
I don't have any nephews. I'm like 12 or something. I forget how old I am.
I don't think it's possible for me to have a niece or a nephew, because I'm just a penis.
It is very strange the way that a talking penis can have such intelligence and grace.
Yeah, it is a remarkable point in favor of the use of magic.
I have a friend who plays a game called Earthworm Jim.
I once ate a piece of dirt.
Okay, now you're just getting into non sequiturs. Is that just what the Uncle Show is about?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got the feeling that they just sort of went around talking to whoever they wanted for no reason.
Football, on the other hand, is a very, very focused and niche program.
Yeah, it's really only for, well, anybody who loves sports, which is everybody.
We do fun things on Uncle's Variety Hour.
I do fun things with my nieces and nephews.
I do fun things at my former internship, the Koofy place.
I do fun things with my penis, which is me.
Very interesting.
DJness, I gotta tell you, I don't know that this is really working.
Well, I think we could make anything work if we believe.
Yeah, we really just gotta work together as a family.
Yeah, so, whoa, look over there.
Oh my god. It's, a crazy thing.
Yes, what is that? I can't tell.
Oh my god. Whatever it is, it's casting a shadow over the studio.
It's Uncle Bungley.
In his giant yellow flying magic van.
Flying van? I guess we're in space.
Oh yeah, I guess I remember seeing that on some old episodes of Uncle's Variety Hour and on episodes of Magic Uncles.
Uncle Bungley, with your van.
Yeah, you guys said he had something to do with magic or something?
It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Hello, uncles. I am here because I have some important news about the uses of magic that I thought you would like to hear.
Magic, yeah. Tell us.
I hope it's okay that I go out of turn. I see that you are doing some sort of turn-taking thing here.
Oh, it's okay. We'll just continue on. You do what you need to do.
Okay, I will continue. I have been in communion with the spirit of magic. I've been trying to get in touch with the spirit of magic, as the spirit of magic has been lost and nobody's been able to get in touch with the spirit of magic. But I have been trying to talk with the spirit of magic.
Is the spirit of magic one of the magic uncles?
The spirit of magic is the spirit that gave the magic to the magic uncles. We were not magic uncles before we met the spirit of magic, and then we met the spirit of magic, and then we had magic, and we became the magic uncles.
That was a very succinct summary of the origin story of your program.
Thank you. I was able to express it quite rapidly and quickly because that is what it says on the back of the DVD box collection of Magic Uncles. It says the Magic Uncles were not magic before they met the spirit of magic, and then they got magic and they became the Magic Uncles.
This is all pretty overwhelming. Spirit of uncles, spirit of magic?
Yes, you probably are not aware, but I am a very, you could say, special person. I have special properties and powers that are befitting only a person of my stature. And you could also say that I am some sort of character, as though I were in some sort of play or movie or book.
Well, you were a character on the Magic Uncles.
But I am more than that. I am what is called a special character.
I think we were missing dramatic reveal music there. Hold on.
Oh, also, it's not that dramatic a reveal because you know about the special characters. I guess it's a reveal that you're a special character.
Yes, we have talked about the special characters before. I guess we've met Jim Jeans as well as Football Johnson.
Oh, good. You are already aware of some of the special characters and how special they are and what sort of characters they are. Good. I will skip that part of my explanation. What I must tell you...
What day do you meet?
We meet on Thursdays.
That's good to know. So that way, in case we need to, do any good planning or I need to do any Space Channel scheduling, I can plan it around your meetings.
Yes, plan around the meetings in case you need any of us for a time that is during the meeting, which is on Thursday. But I have something important to tell you that I have been very sidetracked from. It is about the spirit of magic. I am worried that the spirit of magic is being used by none other than the evil and the well-known and the infamous Mr. Manatee.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Now. I suppose I must back up and explain a little bit about the spirits, because some of the people that are not familiar with the special characters who meet on Thursday maybe do not know who the spirits are.
No, I don't necessarily.
Yeah,
I know the spirit of uncles.
I guess we know the spirit of radio, but I don't really know the full context, I guess.
Yeah, there's no spirit of TV.
Well, you see, there are three most important spirits that govern many of the things that happen in the world, and these are the three spirits: the spirit of uncles, the spirit of magic, and the spirit of radio. These three spirits live in harmony and coexist, and everything is balanced around them. The uncles and the radio work together to form family entertainment. The uncles and the magic work together to form the bonds that tie us together as people, and the radio and the magic form the very life that binds us together. We are live because we are live on radio, and we are live through the magic of magic.
So magic really connects us all?
Yes, without the power of magic, the infinitesimally small magic particles that connect each of us, there would be no interest, there would be no spark to life. Nothing would be interesting, everything would be boring and dull.
I would have to agree with that. If there was no magic, where would people get magical special talents?
But it is more than just that. It is not just these special things in the world. It is everything mundane, too, is caused by magic. Without magic, you would not be able to get up in the morning. You would not be able to play football. You would not be able to hug your nephew. You would not be able to talk about the moon.
Is magic responsible for the continued success of Alien Sex Party?
The Alien Sex Party is a show upon itself, but yes, it would not be created in the first place without magic. I think it is successful more because of the spirit of radio than the spirit of magic, but it is still a very important and magical program.
Okay, so I'm going to break the rules of the game right now and talk out of turn more than 2 sentences, because I need to know, Uncle Bungley.
Yes.
So this magic that apparently governs and rules and controls us all. Very intimidating. How can we utilize it, to stop Mr. Manatee and find the spirit of magic?
I think you are misunderstanding what I am saying. The magic does not control us at all. It just flows through us. Some people are more able to control this magic for themselves, such as myself and the other magic uncles. Some people are more connected to the magic in ways that they do not even fully realize until they pee into a cup and their pee turns purple. Wait a minute, that happened to me
like
last
you,
week.
Jones.
What does that even mean? And it wasn't even fully purple. It was like, just a single stream of purple that sort of filled up part of the rest of the yellow pea. It was purple, just like a stripe. It seems that something must connect with you to make you realize your full magical potential. Perhaps there are others that when you connect with them, you would become a fully magical being. Tell me, is there anyone that you feel that you are especially connected to? Well, I mean, there's my brothers, like 2 Ball Jones and 2 Final Jones and 2 Chair Jones, 2 Disease Jones. I could go on. There's a bunch of us.
You do have quite a few brothers.
I have a large family.
I feel like I learn about a new brother each time we have a program.
Yeah, well, but of course I am and have always been 2 Radio Jones. That's always been my name. It's never been anything other than that.
It has not, and your legs have remained backwards.
They've always, well, not always been backwards, but they've been backwards ever since the surgery done by my wife. I guess I'm connected to them, and I know there's a prophecy that surrounds all of us. Maybe together some sort of magical thing can happen. I'm still reeling from what you said, that everything is caused by magic. If even normal football has some magic elements to it.
I mean, I would say just, almost speaking literally, it is semi-magical that, you could petition the fans to allow you to score points. The fact that they would be convinced to allow the points to be scored, I think there's small miracles in there.
That is right, and that is also the work of the spirit of uncles, because the spirit of uncles is what binds people together for a common cause. With uncles and nephews, they love each other, and with normal people, they love each other when they can. And when people come together and form a cause and petition for points, as you say, for football, or if they form a magical band of uncles, or if they create a variety hour and go around giving off the special talents of their nieces and nephews, that is from the love that binds us together by the spirit of uncles.
I do feel a lot of love as an uncle, and now that I think about it, that love that binds us together is the reason we had the Uncles' Convention.
You had a convention?
Yes. we brought all the uncles and nieces and nephews together, and then, Mr. Manatee showed up, and apparently we got destroyed or something. I don't know.
That is right. I was there. I remember it happening. I am able to remember this because of my magical powers were able to shield me through some of the events. Also, why I am not as skull as you were after the events of the aftermath. This power, this Mr. Manatee, he has the power from the spirit of magic. And with the spirit of magic, I am worried that he will cause something terrible to happen.
Something terrible? That's not good.
I don't think that's very good either. Yeah, I agree. I guess I'm bandwagoning here, but I also don't think that would be good objectively.
Without the spirit of magic, the spirit of uncles and the spirit of radio are out of balance. Things are starting to happen that are not good. Things that are happening are bad.
Like what? Recent episodes of Football is a Sport?
No, there are much bigger things that are happening besides episodes of Football as a Sport. For example...
Like Orbit Jr.? He's huge!
Oh, yeah, I'm a lot bigger than I thought I was before.
You're the biggest worm I've ever seen.
It is possible that this is because of an influx of magic that is happening to him, but also all the magic that is leaking into the world is because the spirit of magic is not there to keep it in check.
To Radio Jones, if you have magic in you, perhaps we can channel it. Perhaps it means something. I wonder if there's a page in How to Radio with Spirit that has any mention of magic. I haven't seen any. I know we're only on chapter 3.
Well, maybe we can skip ahead, see if there's a chapter on magic.
Let's look in the table of contents.
Okay.
So we've read the first 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Chapter 4, how to enjoy the edible product your sponsor is selling.
No, we looked through that last time.
Oh, chapter 5, how to pronounce the word program.
I mean, it's program. That should be fairly obvious,
Yes, it's
right?
program. Chapter 6, how to win an argument with a plant. We haven't looked at that one yet.
That could come in handy.
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at that too sometime.
I don't think you should. You'll never win. That was awfully pessimistic of you. What are you calling me, pessimistic? Yes, well, I don't want to argue. Okay, please stop talking right now. Okay. I guess we don't need to read that chapter.
No.
It looks like near the end, a chapter on how to deal with things that are not ordinary.
That's incredibly vague, yet applies to our situation.
Yes, it's only 3 pages, so it must be, fairly concise.
All right, crack it open, see what we can find.
Thank you for helping us open that nappy. You're welcome. How to deal with things that are not ordinary. Occasionally, as the host of a program, parentheses, which you learned to pronounce in a previous chapter, end parentheses, you may encounter things that appear strange. But do not fear, my radio-loving hosts, because what is not ordinary ends up often being extraordinary. And if things occur that appear to be beyond your reality, beyond your ability, beyond the scope of your imagination, it is important for you to embrace them with open arms. Parentheses, unless you are a tree. Trees don't have arms. And it says, in conclusion, do not forget that radio is not the only thing that matters in this world. This book is about how to radio with spirit, but sometimes you must consider how you can bring the spirit of radio to everything you do in order to make a better world.
D. Janus, as you are speaking, I am realizing something about these words in this order, in this tone, in this point of view. These are the words of the Spirit of Radio. The Spirit of Radio is the one who wrote this book.
We got this book from Amazon.com. It just showed up mysteriously, and the return address was the Amazon.com shipping center. A great shipping center, by the way.
Yes, but radio and Amazon.com are inextricably linked. Amazon.com is a service that will provide you with things that you need, and the radio is a service that will provide you with information that you need. It only is logical that the two are connected.
And coincidentally, I just read that Amazon.com is starting to offer radio services to its Prime subscription members.
That is a very good service.
Yes, I do enjoy it myself.
Great program.
So, you're saying the Spirit of Radio reached out to us. The only reason that we have this program and have succeeded thus far is because of this book. And this book was given to us by the Spirit of Radio.
The Spirit of Radio also has incredible powers of foresight. It is able to see things that are going to happen in the future because it is able to hear them as though it were coming to it through a radio. It must have seen that the two of you would be important and powerful hosts of a program one day and wanted to take steps to ensure that you would do it in the proper manner.
Tell us a little more about the Spirit of Radio. As you are one of these special characters, does the Spirit of Radio talk, or is it just a being, just an entity in, our existence?
The way that I have seen the Spirit of Radio manifest itself is as a ball of light that talks with a very high-pitched voice. The Spirit of Radio is the spirit of all things about knowledge and learning. And
we're all about learning on Football is the Sport. That would make sense.
Yes, and the Spirit of Radio is all about learning as well.
So I think to Radio Jones, we need to find the Spirit of Radio. I think it will tell us what we need to know in order to, do what we need to do when we need to do it. If this all leads to us finding Mr. Manatee, I don't think we would be with these uncles and with these moon newsers if this all wasn't related and connected.
Yes, everything is connected, just as the three spirits are.
Yeah, don't forget about the spirit of uncles.
Yeah, uncles are important too, you guys.
We love the spirit of uncles. It doesn't always come to us when we call for it. We usually call for it by going, "Hoodaloo! Spirit of uncles! Hoodaloo!" Usually it doesn't. But one time it did speak to us.
Yeah, in a very comforting uncle voice. It was almost as though the spirit of uncles is all of our uncles.
Yeah.
Well, you have your uncle spirit, we have our radio spirit, but this magic spirit is just somewhere else.
I am worried that the magic spirit has been somehow captured and controlled by Mr. Manatee. It has been inaccessible for the past several years.
Just like Orbit Senior. He's been inaccessible because he's been captured by Mr. Manatee.
Yes, this is a bad omen. If Mr. Manatee has Orbit Senior, he could have anybody like the spirit of magic.
Yeah, that really is a bad almond.
It sure is.
So, Uncle Bungley, what do you think we should do in order to access these spirits and find Mr. Manatee?
Well, luckily, as a user of magic, I am able to use some of my magical powers to possibly open a channel up with the very Spirit of Radio.
Like the Space Channel?
Yes, sort of like the Space Channel, but more like a Spirit Channel. We will use this channel.
I don't like competition. Bad for business.
It's okay, because this channel will be a private channel that will only be hearable to anybody in this room, or possibly anybody listening to the broadcast of things that are coming out of this room, but not for the majority of the Space Channel audience.
I see. So it's like on YouTube.com when there's a private link that only you can see if you have the link.
Exactly. You will only be able to hear it if you know the URL of the Spirit of Radio.
Well, would it be possible for you to set up this channel for us?
I can make it happen, but in order to use the magic spell, I will be requiring a sick beat.
All right. Well, let me come up with it.
Trying to talk to the spirit of radio. I am trying to think. I am trying to know where he is out in the big old world. I'm trying to think. My eyebrows are furled. I cannot reach him. Where did he go? Where is he? That spirit of radio. I see him out in the ether. He is kind of being like a big teaser. He doesn't want to talk, but I'll try to entice him. Try to get him over here. Try to be nice to him so he thinks I'm a pretty cool guy. I'm trying to make him think. I sigh because I can't quite find him in my brain. Oh, why does this have to cause me such pain? Oh, there he is. He's coming on down. The spirit of radio is in our town. You have reached me, the spirit of radio.
And it is I, the spirit of Uncle.
We came together. We understand that you have some problems.
I'm sorry, my mouth is a little full.
You'll have to excuse the spirit of uncles. We just came from a buffet, an old country buffet.
We did. You might not have known it, uncles, but occasionally I manifested myself as Uncle Mouthful.
Oh my God, Uncle Mouthful?
Yeah.
You've been the spirit of uncles the whole time?
Well, on occasion. It's how I get my bagels.
Oh, bagels are important for a spirit.
And as an uncle, I gotta keep my mouth full.
Listen, spirits, I hate to interrupt this important bagel talk, but we really need some help. We're not really sure what to do. We're trying to maybe get in touch with the spirit of magic or find the spirit of magic. We're worried Mr. Manatee has him. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay to Radio Jones.
How do you know it's okay? I don't think it's okay. Mr. Manatee's still at large, and if magic is being threatened across the board.
Things are bad right now, yes, but remember, I'm the spirit of radio. I can see the things that are yet to come to pass, and I can see that this will all be fine.
I think that this is something that's a little tough to chew on. But we'll eventually be able to swallow it.
That's right. You're going to have to push through. It's going to take some hard work. It's going to take some perseverance, some sweat, some elbow grease, but I know that you have a great crew behind you, and I know that you're going to be able to pull it off.
Yeah, we believe in your crew. We think that your crew can man anything.
That's right. We know that things will not be Brad.
No, they won't.
Listen, Mr. Manatee has Orbit Senior off of one of the moons of Jupiter. I think it's Europa.
I don't know. I think I'll eat another donut.
I think I owe you that much.
Ah.
Ganymede. Anyway, he has him on one of the moons. You're going to have to go to him, but he's also going to have to go to you.
What do you mean, go to us? Is it like we're, hosting him? Are we going to have him over for dinner and have a showdown?
Yeah, that sounds like fun, a showdown. That'll get great ratings.
Mr. Manatee is attracted to large places of power. You're going to have to consolidate a lot of your power, a lot of the power that all three of you groups have, into one spot. You're going to have to build a giant flying football stadium ship and fly to Jupiter in it.
Oh wow, we have the construction stone. We can do that. I think we can do that, no problem. Big stadium.
It's gonna take more than just the construction stone, though.
You also need some people.
That's right.
Mr. Manatee doesn't like uncles, nor does he like football or radio. And according to your adventures, Mr. Brunch and Orbis, he doesn't like the moon news either.
Mr. Manatee pretty much doesn't like a lot of things, except for power and money and
Business.
blowing stuff up. Fish.
Swimming.
Just going rah,
Flopping with fins.
yelling at people,
Breathing with gills.
being a big dumb idiot.
Going to the movies occasionally, but getting a kid's ticket because it's cheaper.
Being submerged in water and pretending to be a normal manatee and then just like sneaking up behind people and going rah at them.
Wearing socks for no particular reason.
Just being a big dumb idiot. I think I said that already, but it's double true.
Yeah. So, uncles and footballers and spaceys, you need to work together. Build your stadium. You need to go to Mr. Manatee so that way he can come to you.
He won't know you're ready. He won't think you're ready. Mr. Manatee has a habit of underestimating people, thinking that they can't pull anything off. But I know that the 6 of you, plus all your friends and all your crew and all your compatriots, I know that you can pull it off.
Yeah, pull it off. Now where we can find the spirit of magic, you can find your orbit friend, and everything can be as it's supposed to be.
3 spirits in harmony again.
Just like our old program, The 3 Spirits. It was pretty hilarious back in the day. We used to get into all kinds of antics.
Sure did.
A lot of slapstick humor.
A lot of, knock-knock jokes.
Yeah, people would say, "Hey, I want to watch The 3 Spirits." And we'd say, "That's really great. Thanks." Magic radio and uncles.
Yeah, and we'd say, a wise guy, huh?
Yeah, and
Yuck,
then I'd...
yuck, yuck.
Yeah.
Okay, we get the point, spirits. We get it.
All right, great. We're going to go back to Old Country Buffet now so that Uncle Spirit can finish up his pot roast.
By Uncle Spirit, we mean both of us.
Yeah, I'm going to eat some pot roast too.
Yeah, I'm not going to share, though.
No, we're each going to get separate pot roasts.
Separate pot roasts. When you become a special character, you'll realize that's the way to go every time.
When we become special characters?
You could become special characters someday. Think about it. You got purple piss!
That's right. And you guys are the hosts now, but there's always a new program coming in to take over. We had the 3 spirits, and then Magic Uncles came in, and then Alien Sex Party, Uncle's Variety Hour, Moon News, Football's a Sport. I've seen it all. I'm the spirit of radio, after all. These things are cyclical.
Yeah, maybe we're no longer going to be the 3 spirits sometime soon. Maybe you'll all be spirits. Ooh.
All right, gotta go.
Bye.
So, that was a lot to take in.
Okay, so wait. Unpacking that. I guess the most relevant thing coming up.
Let's do a top 5 list.
Okay, yeah, the top
relevant
5
things.
most important things to take away from what we just learned.
Ooh, I love lists.
Well, we're all about lists here on Football's a Sport. All right, coming in at number 5. Thank you. The 5th most important thing to take away from that, I guess the fact that the spirits are corporeal sometimes, and they like to eat at Old Country Buffet. I guess that's it's not that important, but it's noteworthy.
Yes, I think that if we ever became spirits, as they kind of hinted at, I'm glad that I would be able to enjoy a good meal or a good cracker juice.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty interesting that Uncle Mouthful, who we know and love and was at the Uncle's Convention, he's the Uncle Spirit.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. He just seemed like a bagel-loving dongus.
Yeah, that's all I ever really thought of him, was that he was a dongus.
But apparently he was a bagel-loving, all-powerful spirit.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad for calling him a dongus now.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad, too. But it's okay. We'll give him a big squeeze when we're up in Spirit Land with him.
All right, great. Let's move on to number 4. Thank you. The number 4 most important thing that we can take away from that is that we could be special characters one day. That's like a far off kind of thing, but just the whole thing that, time is cyclical. And I feel like football is a sport that had a heyday for a while there, where it felt like what we were doing was really important. And then like before that and then after that, up until these last couple weeks, it felt like we fell out of the metaphorical spotlight, and it's kind of weird. And, the uncles, you guys had your time. Moon News, you certainly, you're still around, but I would say that your time, your heyday is also past.
Yeah, someday something else will surpass us. Maybe there's going to be another show about the moon. I've heard rumors that Moon Jews is starting production, and they really have a niche market there.
Oh yeah, I heard someone say that.
We still take over the ratings on Friday nights,
well,
but
of course. Well,
every other night.
Everyone loves Moon News. They love us almost as much as they love Alien Sex Party.
Yeah,
but of course, it's Alien Sex Party.
That's true. One of the best.
Yeah. All right. Well, great. Number 3. Coming in number 3. I think it's interesting to note that it seemed like the spirits knew where Mr. Manatee is and know that Orbit Senior is with him, but they don't really seem to know about the spirit of magic.
It's almost like he's mysterious. Those spirits seem to know a lot, but they clearly don't know everything.
Or they know more than they're letting on. I'm not really sure, but I did get the feeling that they don't know about the confirmed whereabouts of the spirit of magic. Maybe we're just assuming.
Maybe it's up to us to find the spirit of magic.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I guess.
Adventure time!
I sort of just want this all to be over so we can go home and keep talking about football. That's all I want.
Well, in 10 minutes or so, we can end the program, but we should first make a plan as to what we're going to do. But I guess we should finish the top 5 first.
Yeah. Number 2, coming in number 2. We learned that the spirit of radio, I guess we really learned this from Uncle Bungley, but I think it's important. We learned that the spirit of radio has pretty much been with us this whole time, sending us the book, the How to Radio with Spirit from Amazon.com, and knowing that, and this all-seeing being that knows the future took an interest in us and wanted to set us up to be important. I think that's really actually fascinating. And
I wonder if it had anything to do with the prophecy.
I guess it could. We never really found out the full story with that.
Besides the fact that your parents wanted to do it more often and needed you out of the house.
Of course, as all parents want. The spirit of radio really took an interest in us. It seems like the spirit of uncles has an obvious interest in you uncles.
That's what it seems. And bagels.
And we don't really know about the spirit of magic, but apparently you guys used a lot of magic when you were raising up your moon base. So
yeah, it was true. We used quite a bit. A lot of stones.
Someone's just the 3 of us, the 3 groups of us, in a way, represent these 3 spirits. In like a really weirdly direct manner.
That symbolism seems to fit very apropos.
Yeah, it's almost too apropos.
Yeah, I'd say it was very apropos. According to my research, apropos is not the way the apopo have been acting lately, according to my future research on the police and what kids say about them.
All right. Well,
go on.
Yeah. Well, I think we're at number 1. Thank you. The number 1 most important thing that we learned from the spirit of radio and also the spirit of Uncle is...
What is it?
We gotta build a giant flying football stadium and fly it at Jupiter?
Already done! While you were having your debates about your top 5s, Orbit Jr. and I, we just used our construction stone. Look over there, right outside. Look out the window.
Oh, my God. Hey, look, Brad's up there. Hey, how's it going, guys? I just want to get on up here. Just wanted to see the view. It's so great up here.
It's really cool. You missed the entire process of how we built this.
I was doing my nappy nail work the entire way.
Yeah, we got the whole crew just all up in here, just manning all the stations. We're ready to go whenever you guys are ready.
We actually documented everything, and I did my nappy nail.
That's right.
Nappy nailing every time we were almost finished.
Yeah, nappy nail napped all over this nail.
I went, and then we were almost there, and eventually it was all better.
It's all better now. We're gonna make everything all better.
We will.
All
We'll
right.
do it for crew.
For crew. For crew. For crew.
Well, thank you, Brad and Nappy, for creating the stadium along with Brunch and Orbit.
Yeah, we had a pretty big part of that because we have this magic stone that just builds stuff.
Well, I guess we will need to get to Jupiter
Yeah.
by the moon of Europa.
Yeah, I think that's what was said. We might want to come up with a little bit of a battle plan, but that seems like, minute details that we don't need to figure out on air. I'm sure that'll bore all of our listeners.
How about we get all of the nieces and nephews and uncles together, as well as all of the football fans
Yeah, we can.
and all the Moon News fans?
That's what I was gonna say. We can get all the people that are on the moon, put them in the stadium too.
We can have a convention in our space stadium, and Mr. Manatee will try to come to our
Yeah,
convention.
that's sure to draw his attention. That's it's Mr. Manatee's drawn to power, and that many people in one place. There's a lot of power to be had.
And we can have a special VIP room for him, and when he's in there, we can confront him.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, this actually seems like a pretty solid plan.
Yes, it's amazing how between all six of us we were able to come up with a very concise and effective plan rather quickly.
Yeah, wow, well done, team.
Yes.
Good work.
Hey,
I think it's about all of us being together
as a family.
under one roof. We may come from different generations. Our programs may have slightly different focuses,
Mm-hmm.
but we're all one and the same.
We're all somebody's niece or nephew, or all somebody's uncle, and that's just a bond that can't be stopped.
And we all have an opinion about whether football is or is not a sport.
That's-
Inconclusive is also one of those opinions, just putting that out there. It's valid.
Yeah, you can also think it's a sport if you want.
Wow! Sport!
Sport.
Well, yes. So, how about this? When we meet again, before we get on our flying space stadium, I want uncles round up all the nieces and nephews.
On it.
We, to Radio Jones and I, we will round up all of our friends.
On it.
And then, Brunch and Orbit, you get your space friends, as well as your most important, space rocks. And, if King Crater is still around, send him our best.
Yeah, we're on it.
Then when we all reconvene, hopefully sometime very soon, we will have all the tools we need to go to Jupiter, find the Spirit of Magic, find Orbit Senior. Hopefully he's okay. I do hope so. Me too. We should, then once we find him, we can get Mr. Manatee to come to our convention. We should really spend some time on the invitations, and with good stationery.
Yeah, we got to make this look proper.
This is critical. And after that, we can, I think, do what we need to do to restore justice and love and sprawtitude to our worlds.
And I guess we're going to restore magic.
I guess so as well.
And we're gonna restore the love of 1,000,000 uncles, all squeezing their tightest.
That's right. The tightest uncle squeeze that anybody could ever imagine.
And we're gonna restore how great Space Channel is, and how great programs are. We do love all kinds of programs, whether it's radio, whether it's TV, whether it involves uncles or footballs or the moon.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really great.
Well, looks like we got our work cut out for us.
I would say so. I wrote all that down on a slip of paper, and I cut it in half. And so the slip of paper that I ended up cutting out is...
Great.
Yes, it's literally
Thank
cut
you
out.
for doing that, DJs.
Wow, usually Uncles is the more literal program.
Well, we have our moments, too. We're not so different.
I agree.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, looks like with that, we are about reaching the end of our program, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing these moments with us of preparation as we're getting ready to fight off Mr. Manatee.
A quick song.
Quick song. Why not?
For the road.
Road song.
Football is an
Uncles.
Football is an uncle.
moon news. We need a better theme song. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Moon news.
All right. I guess that settles that.
Yes. Until next time, keep your balls in the air. Keep your manatees in the water.
Keep squeezing your nieces and nephews.
Keep staying on the moon.
Yeah, and keep saying things that Orbit Jr. might say that he's heard me say before.
Yeah, I've heard you say things.
All right. This has been
Football is Uncle's Ride Moon.